Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the top 20 cryptocurrencies by market cap. We're going to start with AVAX at number 1, followed by Tron, SHIB, TON, Stellar, Link, DOT, HBAR, BCH, SUI, and then we're ending with Litecoin at number 20. Let's get straight into it. AVAX against BTC. Here we are for AVAX. So it feels like AVAX is trying to make a move above the skinny pink line. So are we going to successfully break it this time? Probably. Are we going to stay above it? We'll have to wait and see first. Right. A break is good though, but we would love to see proper consolidation first for AVAX BTC. AVAX against USD is above the skinny pink line, which is great. And yeah, but you know, the thing about AVAX is that we've identified this as a noisy area. There's also another one over here. So we're probably going to find some resistance at around $80. And after that's at around 100, but we'll have to take things one step at a time. Again, in terms of chart patterns, right, it's just not as obvious to us. And to be honest, right, AVAX has not been quite obvious in terms of forming chart patterns. Tron has just been a reaper. Tron against BTC is kind of going sideways, right, which means that it is not collapsing against BTC. This is an accumulation, and eventually I think that Tron is going to blast off. This is a very, very long accumulation. Usually the width of the accumulation is equivalent to the height of the rise. So this could be a very big break coming on for Tron against BTC. If you look at Tron against USD, we form new all-time highs. We continue going higher. Everybody was experiencing bear, right, in 2022, but Tron just kept going higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher, and it's like, okay. Anyway, we're above the skinny pink line, so technically we're still in a bullish trend. So potentially more upside to come for Tron, but we don't really have any clear, obvious targets because again, the chart pattern just really isn't that obvious. Shiba Inu, SHIB against USD. Here we are for Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu is above the skinny pink line, but what chart pattern? Inverse head and shoulders, yes. And yeah, no, we could identify this, but yeah, it's just not that obvious. So we're gonna have to move on from Shiba Inu to TON coin. TON against USD. We look at it on Gate because it has more data. So TON, we actually had a target over here, $13.50. We're still anticipating $13.50 to be hit if this is a wave 1. This is a potential wave 2 in the making, and wave 3 is usually the longest, never the shortest. So again, we'll take things one step at a time. The target only points towards $13.50 at this point of time. So we will assume that we'll hit $13.50, and after that, you know, hopefully there'll be some sort of a clearer consolidation first before continuation towards the upside for TON coin. Stellar Lumens against BTC, following the footsteps of XRP. Stellar Lumens, you know, the sad part about Stellar Lumens against BTC is that it took out the lows over here. Right, we were hoping that it would not take out this low, but we actually took it down. But this strong rally is good, right? But if you were to, you know, look at history, right, every time there's a strong rally towards the upside, there'll be a volatile move towards the downside as well. Volatile up, I suspect there'll be a volatile down as well. Would be awesome though if we could consolidate and properly break the skinny pink line. But as it stands, yeah, it's too early to tell. Stellar Lumens against USD. Woohoo! On Coinbase, if you look at it, Stellar Lumens is potentially forming an ascending triangle. What? Okay. Anyway, we have two targets over here: $1.11 and $3.47. So we're anticipating it to, eventually break these two highs together with XRP. Right? As XRP breaks its all-time high, we're also expecting Stellar Lumens to break its all-time high. They're probably going to be moving together. So 111 first, and then 347. If things really go bananas, right, we actually have a banana target, which is quite high. It's double digit, but again, we'll talk about 111 and 347 first. So there you go. That's our take for Stellar Lumens. Chainlink. Okay, Chainlink also came up to life, but again, in terms of chart pattern, Chainlink just isn't really that obvious, right? Chainlink is just, yeah, we're aware that this is a falling channel. Sure. You could argue that eventually we could see a break But along the way up, there will be resistances here. There'll be another one here, more likely than not, and another one here. So yeah, I suspect here will be another one as well. So again, I suspect that there will be resistances along the way towards the upside. But in the bigger scheme of things, if Chainlink against BTC does do something like this, right? Oh, this will be awesome, right? This will be a setup for like, I don't know, 2040, which is still very far, right? Link against USD. Let's look at the USD pair first. Link against USD is rising again. It's just not really that obvious. You can argue this is a wave 1, this is a wave 2. We could be in the midst of a wave 3, right? It could be a 4 and a 5, and then we could be coming back down. Is there a possibility that we go beyond the all-time high? Sure, of course, for sure. But as it stands, yeah, there's just nothing that obvious for Chainlink at this point of time. So yeah, nothing much that we can work with. DOT against BTC. Okay, DOT against BTC just started its move. So again, consolidation is expected for a wave 2. We go for a 3, and then a potential 4 going up for a 5. That's the expectation for DOT against BTC. Will we get it? We're gonna have to wait and see how it goes. Not too sure, right? If you were to look at the DOT USD pair, it will become more obvious that this is a potential wave 1, right? Wave 2, consolidation above the skinny pink line. Perfect. Wave 3, right? Again, noisy areas here and potentially here as well. Around 45, I would say. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, probably another 4, and then a 5. Completing a 5-wave move. 5-wave impulsive move towards the upside. So as it stands, yeah, we're gonna have to wait for that consolidation. There has to be a proper wave 2 first before attempting to, you know, go long. You still have to wait for that yeah, the consolidation. So how is it gonna look like? Again, it's still too early to tell. Will it come this week? Will it come in December? Very likely it's in December. So we'll be on the lookout for the consolidation for Polkadot. HBAR. Okay, HBAR is also going bananas, just like XRP, right? It's following the footsteps of XRP. So HBAR has just suddenly just gone zipping towards the upside again. Consolidation is expected. Like if you look back in history, right, it zips up, it consolidates for a while before continuing higher. Wave 4, wave 5. Do you see this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So for HBAR BTC, I don't know if this is a 2 though. Okay, I'm not too sure if this is going to be a 2. I suspect that this could be a 2, then we get a 3, then we get a 4, and a 5. So from the start of the move to the end, previously in 2021, how long did it take? 258 days. So, but this went lower than this low, right? So could this be another 258 days? 258 will bring us to July 2025, right? That means all the way to summer, we could be seeing HBAR going up. I mean, based on history, doesn't mean it's going to repeat. So how will we know if the bullish trend is still on? Just look at the skinny pink line. As long as it's above it, we remain with the bullish bias for HBAR. Against USD, again, HBAR is gone bananas. Anything for us to work with for HBAR? No, we don't have anything to work with. It just suddenly went bananas. Like, hey, yo, bro, what's happening? What's happening? Yeah. So it just zipped through everything, right? Noisy area here, zip through, noisy, again, noisy area. We went to the very last noisy area. You see that? Super bullish, but again, as long as there's volatility towards the upside, there will be volatility towards the downside as well. We could be very careful about rushing in blindly just like that. We still have to wait for a proper retrace first. And again, the moment you start seeing, you know, huge volume, yeah, the whales are selling, right? The whales are selling. The point is the whales are selling. So, you know, even over here, if you look here, the whales have been selling. Right? Again, every time you see a volume spike, right, this means that the end may not be too far away. This could already be the end. So, yeah, we're waiting for that retracement for HBAR. BCH, okay, BCH against BTC is still not sprung, it's not spring back up to life yet. And if we were to expect, let's say for example, Bitcoin Cash against BTC to do the same thing as Hedera hash graph, this will be a long, long, long way up. 2000%, this will be absolute crazy. So will we get it? Again, we're not too sure. Any chart pattern for us to work with? No, because Bitcoin Cash has been down all along. So, sadly, there's nothing much for us to work with on the BTC pair, but the USD pair is beautiful because for Bitcoin Cash against USD, there is a very high quality A, B, C, D. I'm expecting this to be a wave E. It's not going to be so clear cut, simple, right? But more likely than not, this could be a very huge break. And we actually had a target over here, 23,000, way back in January 2023. We're still anticipating this 23,000 target to be hit eventually. Right now, we're only at $500. If you were to, let's say, for example, make an entry here, right? Up to 23,000, this will be 4,000% for Bitcoin Cash. Absolute crazy bananas. So, yeah, but again, it's not going to be one straight line up, right? Bitcoin Cash has never been a one straight line up. And if anything, this is very slanted. The best kind of resistance is a flat kind of resistance. As the price hits it, point, 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 it breaks higher. Best kind of resistance, which is on display at Stellar Lumens against USD at the moment, right? Again, just if you go to Stellar Lumens against USD, right? Let's look at Coinbase, right? This is on display. This is flat, right? If you were to go to Bitcoin Cash against USD, it's not flat. Bitcoin Cash against USD is slanted, which means that it will probably face resistance here if and when the break happens, right? If and when the break happens here and also here as well, right? You can see this. A bit of noise over here. So 2005 and around 1003, roughly around 1002, 1003. So yeah, again, it's not going to be so clear cut. And to be honest, right, I would prefer Bitcoin Cash to have a much obvious wave E first before breaking higher. We could just break from here though. So I would love to have something more obvious here. And also on the BTC pair, if possible. So yeah, but I'm feeling very hopeful about Bitcoin Cash. I kind of like Bitcoin Cash. And Vitalik kind of likes Bitcoin Cash as well. So maybe when Ethereum rises, Bitcoin Cash could be rising together. Maybe there could be some... I don't know, man. I don't know what's happening behind the scenes. So we'll see how it goes, right? But Bitcoin Cash's 23,000 target still stands at this point of time because the chart pattern is very, very nice. It's a very, very nice accumulation. Right? Very few coins that has this kind of a beautiful chart pattern. ADA BTC is one of it. Stellar Lumens, yes. XRP is like 0 to 10. I will give you like an 8, right? This is like 9, I would say. Pretty good though. So that's Bitcoin Cash for you. Sui continues going bananas. Sui against BTC is on the USD pair, you see going bananas. On the BTC pair, I can recount 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5. It's 5 waves. It's 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's done. If you were to ask me, this is done. I'm not saying we can't go any higher, right? But it's 5 waves. It's 5. So I would be careful about rushing into Sui against USD. Same thing as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could we still go higher? Of course. I'm not saying we can't go any higher. But it's complete. 5. It's done. So, yeah, this is not where you start buying, right? Not at $4, $3.50, $3.60 for buying is not here. Right. So as it stands, yeah, no, Sui is a no-go for a long. And it's also not yet right for a short. You will know when things are about to collapse is you know, you could start finding like rising channels, you know, you start seeing a very clear support line, right? But it's not that obvious yet. I argue this is a support line, but we might be getting an ending fifth wave though. We will see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. So that's Sui for you. Litecoin against BTC. Here we are for Litecoin. Litecoin is above the skinny pink line, which is great. But of course, previously Litecoin went above the skinny pink line as well, but it always comes back lower. Litecoin against USD. If you look at it, over here on Binance, it's actually a higher high. We would prefer it to be a squeeze though. But for a squeeze to happen, it has to be a lower high, right? So if it is a, if it's a higher high, then it's not a squeeze, right? You can call this, but it's not, right? You want wave A to be higher, right, than wave C. The top of A has to be higher than wave C. So as it stands, it's not a squeeze, right? But if you look at Litecoin on Coinbase, right, it's actually a lower high. It's actually a lower high. But if you take the average of everything, right, Litecoin against USD, you take the average of everything, you go to crypto, and you see that it actually is a higher high. It's a higher high. It's not a lower high. It's a higher high. So yeah, it's not exactly a squeeze. I'm not saying we can't, blast off though. But as it stands, Litecoin is again, if you were to zoom out to the weekly, right, again, an argument to be made that we are in some sort of a consolidation and a potential break could be coming on for Litecoin, right? But I don't know what's happening behind the scenes for Litecoin, right? Litecoin is just I don't know much. So technically, it's just not that HQ. So yeah, there you go. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys have a great Tuesday. See you in the next one. Ta-da!